Hello, my name is Christopher Pearson, and welcome to Agape International Academy. At Agape International Academy, it is my desire that we would personally and purposefully build loving leaders who are disciplined in body, soul, and mind for the glory of God. I had the privilege of laboring outside of the United States for several years in education, and it has helped me to develop a kind of broader sense of the need of humanity, and helped me to identify that it's critical that we partner with you, parents, in helping these young people to know that they must at some day stand before God. Romans 14 says we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Christ. And it is my intention to help young people be prepared for that moment. Yes, I will be instructing them in mathematics and in science and in grammar, rhetorical studies that are helping them to prepare for a life of great success. But the measurement of success is not of how intelligent they are, what their IQ is, or how well they perform on a standardized test. The success in a student's life is whether or not they have given themselves over to the Lord in all things, and whether when they stand before God at the end of their lives, they will hear, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." And so it is my intention that we bring all things in education to this one purpose, helping these young people to stand before God with confidence. Now, they do this by the development of knowing what God's will is, knowing what He desires of them, and then doing it. And so we believe that Genesis 1:28 has given us the creation or dominion mandate. In this verse, God said, "Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over." And it gives this list of the earth that He wants us to have dominion over. In this, I find a great responsibility for humanity to develop scientifically the world. We have a responsibility to develop intelligence, to develop technology, to make this world a better place to bring Him glory. We also know that there are two most important commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. That summarizes everything. So it is more important than the dominion or the creation mandate. We must have this relationship with God primarily. Secondarily, love your neighbor as you love yourself. We can recognize that all of these intellectual pursuits are vanity if they are not pursuing these two main points of loving God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and loving our neighbor as we love ourselves. Another perspective that God has blessed me with is that I had the privilege of being homeschooled from when I was born until I went to university. My parents were faithful to my education, and this helps me to approach the process of education from a bit of a different perspective. See, instead of just focusing on what has been done in the past, I'm able to focus on what could happen in the future. How could we develop education in such a way as to help young people to be met individually and still personally and relationally? It is not my desire that our school would turn your child into a number or turn your child into just a statistic in our school's history. I have always made a practice of being personal with students that I have the opportunity to educate, and I look forward to the opportunity of doing this with some of your children. I am so excited about getting started with Agape International Academy, and I really want to find many parents whom I can partner with, and we can work together with you to help your young person to understand these things and to walk with the Lord into education. I believe that the pursuit of university is kind of a small goal. It's relatively simple to be accepted into universities and to continue to study. But what's not relatively simple is to develop relationships with other people that bring glory to God, that encourage us to be full of joy. I see so many adults all around me all the time who do not have joy. It's their desire that their kids get education and study, but I don't see that they have real joy in themselves. And it is my desire that we would help these young people to be full of joy. And so we are personally and purposefully building loving leaders who are disciplined in body, soul, and mind for the glory of God. I look forward to what God is going to do in Chesapeake, Virginia in the fall of 2023.